Hey everyone, today I will be showing y'all how I make my homemade mac and cheese. I've kept it secret, but here it is. If y'all find this helpful, please click like and let's get started. Alright everybody, so before we begin our sauce, I have some water boiling for the elbows, and then I seasoned the water with a little bit of sea salt. So go ahead and allow this to boil, and then we'll move on to our sauce. In another pot, I just put an entire can of this carnation evaporated milk, and it's just one. You can add 2 or 3 if you like the taste, that's fine. And then we're gonna move on to the next step. So I'm also adding a half a stick of butter. Are you ready to help?
Yes.
All right, about time. Where were you hiding?
I was watching some NFL football.
Oh yeah, I saw you.
Today,
I thought you were supposed to be my coach chef.
You're right, I am your coach chef, but don't be mad at me because it's actually the first football game of the season on a Thursday. So bear with me. I love you, baby. Hey, family!
Okay, babe, go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of flour. Thanks. Go ahead and whisk it now. That's fine. You don't have to, try to get the butter. It's still a little stiff. We didn't melt it overnight. So just go ahead and just sift the flour. Make sure you don't see any bubbles or anything like that.
Jenny, why do they...
clumps.
Okay, why do they shift, or what is this? Shift?
Sift.
Why? I mean, can't you just pour it in there?
Nope. You have like blobs of flour.
Oh.
They're gonna be like, whoa, what is this?
Okay, is there like an alternative you can use if you don't have a shifter?
A big fork.
Big fork? Okay.
Yep. And just make sure you don't see any of like the flour clumps and stuff.
Okay.
Now for my secret, babe, go ahead and add a little bit of mustard. This is a tablespoon.
I didn't know you put mustard in here.
Oh yeah. Now we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then half a teaspoon of salt. And this is to taste, so if you want it more salty or if you want it less salty, you can go ahead and adjust it to your liking. For this dish, I am using a medium cheddar. You can use sharp cheddar as well. I prefer the Tillamook brand. It's really good. I wish they had a Colby, and if they do, I missed it. But I had to get a Kraft Colby cheese. I'm really about brands because you can sometimes taste the difference. I'm not saying for everything. If you find a generic brand that's really good, go for it. But I do like the Tillamook or the Kraft. And so we're going to use about half a pound to a pound depending on how much cheese you like. I like using a lot of cheese because Bubba's loves it. We're going to save some for the top, so make sure you don't use it all up on the mixture. We're going to add both cheeses, and it's going to be about a pound. I know it looks like a lot, but it really isn't once it gets melted. We're also going to be adding 4 ounces of Velveeta cheese. This is a Velveeta cheese, and just use 4 ounces. It kind of gives you an estimation on here. 4 ounces. Now we're going to go ahead and whisk up some eggs. We're going to use 2 eggs, a little whisker, a mini whisker. This is actually Bubba's whisker. And we're going to go ahead and leave these aside, but we're going to whisk them up. And then we're going to add them to the mixture once the mixture is cooled down. Otherwise, they'll cook. You're going to do the honors, Mr. Chef.
Thank you.
Let's see how good you do. Whoa! Good one. You're getting good at this, babe.
Thank you.
Whisk it up, babe. Babe, you got to add more power than that. Just make sure everything's incorporated. The yellow part and the clear part, or the white part. Yeah, so just whisk it up. It's gonna take a while, babe, so we'll go ahead and just leave that alone. Keep going till you're done, let me know. Bye. Babe, are you aware that your mixture's getting burnt over here on the stove?
What are you talking about, babe? You told me to come over here.
No, it's burning. That's the life of a cook, my love. So the mixture, once the cheese is starting to get melted, that's how it's gonna start looking. Wait, really? Babe, close your eyes. Close your eyes. I have a surprise. Ready? Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
What is wrong with you?
You know what's on there? Can you smell it? Can you guess? Guess. Guess.
Mustard.
So once the mixture's finished, this is how it should look. No clumpiness, no burnt cheese at the bottom. Lee's still going strong with this egg. What's going on, babe? So for this macaroni and cheese, I like using Elbows. My favorite brand to use is Barilla. So I'll go ahead and put these in boiling water with a little bit of sea salt for about 3 to 4 minutes. You do not want it to get soft on you, otherwise it'll be a mess. Pour it in, babe. The hard part.
This is easy.
Oh, not all the way! Oh.
You didn't tell me. That's my rookie. You gotta tell me, babe. I'm
You're
sorry.
You're a rookie? Really? Is that your excuse?
Yes. Now you need a spoon?
Yeah, don't change the
Or
subject.
do you want me to whisk it?
Don't change the subject. Alright, so I just strained this out. I'm going to go ahead and pour it into this clear bowl. It's just a parboil. You don't want it to get soft. So here I have my mixture and it's already cooled down. It's warm. It's not very cold. We just don't want it extremely hot. Go ahead and pour it in. And then we want to go ahead and add our eggs. Babe, you did a great job whisking.
Thank you.
Now we're going to pour some in here in this pan. It's a non-stick. I prefer it just so nothing sticks. Go ahead and just pour it all in there. And I also set aside my cheese that I told you guys about. And I did do half Colby, half shredded. I always suggest shredding it yourself because the stores sometimes really rip you off with the bags. So it is a lot more reasonable in my opinion to just shred it yourself. Alright everybody, so now that we've covered everything with enough cheese, we're going to go ahead and put this in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 30 depending on how hot your oven gets. And we're just going to make sure that the cheese is a little bit melted. I like it to burn a little bit on some areas. I don't want it black, but more like a caramel color, and then I'll pull it out. So I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about when it's done. So it's now in the oven. So this just came out of the oven. It's extremely hot, and when I said I like it a little burnt, this is what I mean, just these kind of burnt. You don't want it like black burn or whatever. I just really love having the texture of the mushy, you know, mac and cheese, as well as like a little bit of, I don't know, crispiness to it at the same time. So we're gonna go ahead and let this cool off for about 10 minutes. You think you can wait?
I can wait.
Okay, good. Oh yeah. Take it in.
Don't play with me.
I'm going to start cutting this out. And just make like small little squares because this is very filling. But it is so delicious.
It smells really good too.
Just in case it's still a little hot. There we go. Look at that. So as you guys can see, you could still see the elbow macaronis in there in perfect shape. They're not all mushed up because we didn't overboil them, and that's a big part. Whenever you're having pasta, it's not a good thing when it's all mushed out. So that's one thing my mom taught me. You can see that beautiful macaroni right there. Look at that. Perfection. And this is just so good. As you can see, it looked like I put too much mixture in there, but it's just perfect.
I love this part.
You get to taste.
Love it.
Make sure you blow on it, babe, because it's still a little bit steamy.
And I love the crusty stuff.
Right, I do too, because it makes a big difference with texture.
Give me the ends. My mama would be proud. Babe. This is good stuff, family. I don't want to play out my word. Tastes so good, made me want to slap my mama. But you know what I'm talking about, fam. This is delicious. I really wish you could try this. I have to mail you something.
This concludes my secret recipe for homemade mac and cheese. I hope that y'all found it helpful. If y'all give it a try, send us some pictures to JennisseMakeupTV at gmail.com. We would love to share some of your pictures in our next cooking video. See y'all tomorrow.